What are some of your favorite foods from childhood and what you eat now?
Well, I like chicken. For the meat, I like chicken. Any kind of meat if it's tender. And we had a lot of chicken, and, and we had a lot of peaches to eat and a lot of pound cakes, and we had cornbread and buttermilk. Oh, cornbread and buttermilk. Fried potatoes and peppers with them, and onion, and lots of spaghetti, and garlic bread. Uh, Kashlava, that's Italian cheese that my grandmother made, and you can still get it. It's not as good as like what the old timers made. Let's see. Oh, Shadone. That's what you. They make that at Easter, but you can make it any time. It's a lot of ham, a lot of different cheeses. You got to use a lot of eggs that you pour on top of it. You got and then for the crust, it's a certain way they make that. My sister's got the recipe, and my cousin Roseanne, she makes them. And at Easter time, she probably makes about 10 to 12, and they're all gone too. They're all ate up. Um, and mashed potatoes. I've always loved mashed potatoes, and black-eyed peas, all the vegetables, because we grew everything. And I love cucumbers and onions, and good tomatoes put, with all of that. I just like everything, Amanda. My broccoli, my cauliflower. Just what else haven't I thought of it? I like all of the we had. I like cobblers, peach cobbler, blackberry cobbler. We had. I love raspberries, and I can only eat pecans and the walnuts, and I like drinking the coconut juice. I didn't like very much eating, the coconut. I like it, but it just kind of would stay down in my throat. But I can eat it if I have something else to eat it with. And I like Amanda Christensen's tuna. What do you call those names?
Tuna melts.
Tuna melts. If you'd put more dill pickles or sweet pickles in them.
Oh, okay. So more pickles. Got it. What was Morris's favorite meal you made for him?
Oh, he liked Italian sausage and all the Italian foods, but he liked steak, and and pork chops. Oh, he loved his pork chops. And
How do you make pork chops? What's your special secret?
That is, you have to stand. I always stand right there when I cook anything, and so did Morris, and so did my mom, and so did Morris's mom. And my dad did too, and so did his dad when they cooked. And so Morris's mom, they said, whenever she fried that chicken, everybody was amazed. She knew just when to, you cook it on one side, and she knew just how long. There was no timer. She just knew, just instinct. And then she'd turn it over, and it was so tender. But they all knew how to cook back then. My mom, all of them, your grandparents, great grandparents, that we all knew. And those pork chops, and they had the bone in them. They wasn't like, deboned like they have them now. And You just put some salt on them and you flour them, and you put them in. Back then they had just that lard, the pure lard. They cooked them in. They knew just about how much to put in the pan, and they knew just how long to leave them and turn them over. But I'm sure that there was a lot of those pigs that, no matter how you knew how to cook, that meat was still tough. They didn't have no. Well, yes, their tenderizer was soak it in vinegar, because I know that's what they soaked the deer meat into.
Vinegar was the secret.
Oh, and we all love cabbage. Oh, we all love cabbage. We'd have. Oh, and we love. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting. We love those pinto beans, cabbage, cornbread, buttermilk. That made a meal, and we had, a lot of homemade biscuits. Oh man, yeah. Morse's sister's got the pan that Morse's mother made the homemade biscuits in. To this day, she's got that pan.
Wow.
And back then we cooked in the iron skillets, which that cooks everything good. Not like these skillets today. And that reminds me, I've got to get an iron skillet, because what I did with my other one, I thought, oh, we moved here, my top oven, till it went out years after we lived here, I put that iron skillet in there, because I had a self-cleaning oven, that top oven, and it just ruined that skillet. Even though I kept treating it with oil and stuff, it never would cook again like it did. I could just go on, and everybody loved corn on the cob in season, and okra, my gosh, we love that too.
So this is all stuff that came from your garden.
Yes. Yep, it sure did. Yeah, we had the chickens that laid the eggs. Yeah, you had to do that back then. Yeah, my grandma, she milked the cow. We had the cow's milk. And I love milk to this day. But my daddy, man, he said he had to drink so much of that. Well, they had to milk the cows, all of them. And so when they got, married and stuff, Mom and Dad, neither one really cared for milk. And they said, if you had to milk as many cows as we did before you went to school, and they'd drink that warm milk. Daddy said, I didn't like that warm milk.